Now, I talk to Brittany all the time, and she be like, why don't men express themselves? And I'm like, we do express ourselves. I don't think you all listening. So, I got my guys together, and we're going to express ourselves in 2 hours full. And we're going to see exactly how she reacts. Let's get back to the episode. So, welcome everybody. Season 2. The women ended the season 1. Really strong. Really dope conversation. So I definitely wanted to have you guys on. First and foremost, I'm your host, Malcolm Garrison, but I got my guys here with me. And for them, I'm gonna give them their flowers because I think they deserve more of their flowers. So I'm gonna introduce each one of you all. But first, I got to my left, my best friend Cory Rogers. First of all, these two individuals, best keyboardists in the city of Atlanta. And if you think we want to smoke, they do. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a top 3, but these dudes are top 2 for me.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Absolutely. I mean, Cory Rogers, you playing at one of the largest churches in Atlanta for one of the most prominent preachers out here in Creflo Dollar. So, and you're the MD. You did it in less than a year.
Boom.
So, those are flowers that you need to have, bro.
Appreciate it.
And then my man Alex to my right, Alex Plummer. We got him in the building as well. Does everything from producing, songwriting, work with everything in R&B. Literally, you were just on the show with Neo last week, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Just did a show with Neo
And Jagged Edge.
and everything. Anybody R&B, he has probably worked with in Atlanta. You've been working in Atlanta music market for like over 10 years now, right?
Yep.
So dope. Glad to have you here, bro. But we gonna get into it, man. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to talk about. But I think I wanted to start the episode really talking about mental health problems. And typically, really, with men, our mental health and where we stem, where we're at in our mental health. What do you think people are dealing with? Millennial men in general, what do you think we're dealing with mentally around this time?
Finance.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Finance.
Yep. I was just about to say finance.
But what about it though?
Just, well, for one, where the housing market is. Like, that's, first of all, where the market is in general. Everything, all of the prices are increasing, but the income isn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got people who have families that got to take care of their families, and everything around them is raising, but their money isn't. And now they have to figure out how to take care of this, take care of that. Like for me, I got 2 kids and a wife. My wife don't work.
Yeah.
So now it's like everything around me went up, but the money is the same. Like everybody still want to pay the same. And you can attest as a musician, a lot of people be trying to short sell us sometimes.
Yeah.
And part of the problem with that, we don't have enough musicians to say, I'm not doing it for that price.
Right.
So everybody is so cool with taking all these gigs for $150, $200, and that's just not enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta wait around, and then on top of that, our money fluctuates. It's not like a salary type thing. So we gotta hustle and bustle to get it, but the prices around us keep going up, and everybody wants to try and bring what we get paid down.
So in your situation, what do you think is doing?
I mean, I agree. I think it's a finance thing, but also it's so much pressure just on a man in general. It doesn't matter if you have a family or not. I think the pressure of the world, you can't think you don't have money. You can't do this, you don't have money. Like everything is revolving around finances. And I feel like as far as the musician circuit, piggyback off of what Cory was saying, the $100, $200 stuff, that stuff is real, man. It's real, and it's reality. And I don't think people kind of really realize that it's more so, you have to live.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of money is making you exist, but you're not living. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you able to pay bills? How are you able to you have to, at some point, you have to stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And really realize what your worth is. You know what I'm saying? But mentally, I definitely think that the finances is a huge thing just as a man. It's just as a man. It's tough. It's tough. And just like he was saying, you know, when you don't have the jobs, when you don't have this, when you don't, that's a lot, man. So it's like, how can I do me? How can I enjoy life if I don't have this?
Yeah, I think there's been a fair and unfair pressure put on Black men to be able to be everything to everybody, and not be able to express themselves. And I think, you know, for men in general, we internalize things too much to the point where we'll walk around mad, man, for days, for weeks, for months. And, you know, our wife or our significant other, they're wondering what's wrong with us, and we can't even express it into words, what we're going through mentally, but it's more so about, I mean, number one thing for men is trying to get financially stable. We know that. But it's the other things, the other pressures that society kind of puts on you to be a certain way, look a certain way, because you're going to be received a certain way. That now you got to feel like you got to be on your P's and Q's because you could be in jail today. You could be in jail tomorrow just from one slip up. You know, things that are really out of your control. I think we don't spend enough time talking about, you know, and I don't know about y'all. Why do y'all think it's hard for men to either come together and kind of have the conversations around our mental health and getting back our mental health? Why do you think it's so hard to have
I think it's pride and ego. I think it's because you have to be this person in somebody's eyes. You know, if you're not that, then you're weak. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, I'm not weak. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard here. I think a man comes with it. Like, for example, you know, some people's dads, they come with pride already, so they already that's what they kind of instill. So they become pride. Yeah. The older you get, you become pride. Pride comes before the fall. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like we can't get together because one of the ego, and I think also because of just the pride thing, man.
I think time too, like we don't. Sometimes we don't. I know for me, I'm not as intentional about creating that space as I should be, or getting together. Like I think women, women pressure us to do it all the time. Like they try to do these little play dates, you know, like you know, that's what it seems like, and it brings you further away from you know, doing it too, because now they trying to set up, you know, seeing each other, so now y'all can get together. You know what I'm saying? And we can feel that. So for me, I feel like it's just me being more intentional about coming together and having conversations around, you know, getting our mental back, man, because it's tough, man. I mean, we have conversations all the time, and you're like, man, I'm tired. You don't know why? I'm just tired. I'm just tired of that.
But you know why you're able to have conversations? Because I feel like we come to the table prideless, though.
Yeah, that's true.
We come to the table open. We come to the table humble. Like, brother, I'm going through the same thing that you're going through. Yeah. I'm going through the same. So then it's like once you start talking, you start realizing everybody kind of goes through the same thing.
That's right.
But if we don't talk, it's like, okay, well, I know you got money, but let me build myself up to make you feel like I got money. Like, no, brother, no, you don't. you're gonna hurt your mental more than anything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And aside from the pride or ego, a lot of times it really boils down to even not even having the time to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going through a situation, like me personally, and I'm really vulnerable and say this, I don't have much time to, you know, like, Malcolm's my best friend, been my best friend since we were in college. You know, we're talking about 7-8 years. And we used to talk every day. We barely see each other now, which is sad, but it's like, one of the things that constantly goes to my mind is, if I got free time, something's wrong. I need to be doing something because I'm not in a situation where I'm cool with free time. And a lot of times with a lot of men, because that's the first thing that comes to our mind before we do anything else, we gotta get our finances straight. I'm not going to chill with nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody because I'm stuck on gotta get this in order. And then when I get it in order, okay, now I can try and chill. But now it's like, you ain't talked to this person in a year or two.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on with you. Everybody thinking that you just don't rock with them no more. Really, that's not the case. It's just
I'm getting my house in order.
get my house in order. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. It's definitely always like pride and ego. And sometimes, some people just don't know who they can be vulnerable with. Because you don't want the wrong response to send you in a dark place. Because it's very easy for a man to go in a dark place and nobody know that he's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be depressed because we're really good at hiding our emotions.
I was about to say, what do you think it looks like? Like, our depression looks completely different than one's, I feel like.
Absolutely.
Like, it's quiet, it's seldom. It's a lot of things that we don't necessarily want to voice. And I don't know why we don't want to voice it to maybe our partners, like, because the finances thing, man. Do you feel like women put the pressure on us to do this, or do you feel like we put the pressure on ourselves though?
It's a little bit of both.
It's both, yeah.
It's a little bit of both.
For sure, both. But I think it's more so us than them.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Because I mean, a good man always wants to give their partner the world. You know what I'm saying? You already putting pressure on yourself by having that mindset. You know what I mean? So and I think with that being said, it starts with us, and then sometimes you put your wife in a position where she gets used to that. So now she starts to put the pressure on you. So now, like, the pressure is even heavier. But it started with us. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can feel you on that, because it's like, man, bro, when you used to a certain lifestyle, or you're used to giving your wife a certain lifestyle, and that has to change, that's the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. And that's kind of what we've been through. Me and Brittany, we've been through that. Like, man, we were living a certain way. We wanted things a certain way. We were working towards something bigger than us, getting a house, even with you, trying to get a house. And to be able to make the decision that we got to scale back, it's like, dang, man, like, we were right there. Now, I really got to go out here and get this thing and try to figure this thing out. And it's like every day, you got this pressure of, man, I got to figure this out, because time is of the essence. And I think we feel like we don't have enough time to kind of figure things out. And that's why we rush ourselves, maybe we overwork ourselves, and all these different things. And we keep these feelings inside. And I don't even know, how would you want your woman to respond to it though? Like, if you are harboring things, how would you want your wife to get you out of it? Or would you want your wife to get you out of it?
I wouldn't want. So, all right. So, if I'm speaking honest, like with my personal situation, a lot of the times, what I look for is, I understand how hard you're going. I see your heart posture. I got you.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I'm saying, like, you're not spending enough time with us. You choosing work over us. That's not my heart posture.
Right.
Am I working more than I should be spending time with you? Yes, I see that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not by choice.
Yeah.
Because one thing I'll never do is let my family be in a position where we homeless or something is taken away from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me.
Yeah.
I will do some crazy stuff before I let that happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, one of the things for me is like, I don't need much. I just need you to know my heart posture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just have my back to it all versus looking at the negative aspect of and the negative outcome of what's going on right now. So me personally, it's just like, I just want that support.
Yeah, you want to feel appreciated.
Right.
It's it's an interesting thing. I know, personally for me, if I was ever in a situation, I'm the type of person to where I believe that everything has to be in order. And I think that when the time is right, there needs to be some type of conversation. But the conversation needs to be a balanced conversation between both parties. And within that, like Cory was saying, there has to be a soft place in a woman's heart to say, you know what, I understand where my man is coming from.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from. And I know it's not easy. I don't think we hear those type of words. Like, I know it's not easy. I know it's rough. I know society has this and etc. But you know what, like you said, like Cory said, I appreciate you. I'm grateful. And whatever I can do to help, I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things for men to swallow is that if he feels like his effort is being unappreciated or unseen or really like unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point when you said you feel like, well, maybe you've heard this before or whatever, that I need you to spend more time. And sometimes you can't, because the posture, like you said, is to provide for you. And I feel like everything is in seasons.
Mm-hmm. And
women got to be careful. We all got to be careful about how we respond to some of the seasons that we're in. Because if you're working hard in this season and you hear that the work that you're doing isn't what I want, but it's but it's what y'all need. Mm-hmm. Now you feel like, oh man, what the hell am I doing this for? Mm-hmm. Why am I working so hard? Or why even do this? Because now I'm messing up home. And it's to know the communication is there that, okay, I got you. Mm-hmm. I know you got to work hard in this season. I'm here. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna figure myself out. And I think we're trying to find happiness within our partners too much too as well.
Yeah.
And that's why some of those things do come up. Mm-hmm. Because maybe I'm not happy myself, and maybe I gotta try to find it through my partner. And if I don't feel that way, now I gotta put anything that I'm feeling, I gotta put it on them. Mm. But we can switch the conversation though, because I want to talk about relationship and relationships. Whatever you want to get into. But how did y'all kind of know when you found the one? Like what was that time?
My stories are crazy. Let me tell you something. This is around the time Instagram, you was only able to post pictures, right?
Okay.
And now my wife, Christina, back then we were in a choir together, and probably like the age of 10, 11-ish. So, and I had this crush on her. So I'm going through Instagram, and I'm like, yo, this girl, she's dope. Like, I know she sings with me, but this is my first time, like, really recognizing her. So I'm on Instagram. So then, y'all know how, like, on Thanksgiving, everybody sends out these group messages like, hey, happy Thanksgiving. And it's like, yo, stop texting. Like, yeah, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I actually sent her a text, and I was like, hey, happy Thanksgiving, blah, blah. She's like, and she responded back. And I said, hey, can I come to your crib, for Thanksgiving? I go there, so we're talking about blah. The way I knew she was mine, maybe 2 weeks after we were talking, I said, send me a picture of your toes.
What?
I told her, I swear to God, I told her, I said, send me a picture of your toes. To this day, I still get that goddamn picture. I said, send me a picture of your toes. She sent me a picture of her toes. I said, God, you're the one. From the toes.
Bro, what?
From the toes.
I did not expect you to say that.
I'm dead serious. That's what it was. I saw her toes, and then this was the icing on the cake. As you can see by my size, this is more buffalo wings and hamburgers. Big back, big thighs. This is not burgers. This is all chicken right here, right?
Yeah.
So I took her on a date, and she said, "I'll just take a salad." And I was like, "You don't want no steak. You don't want no."
They trying to be modest, bro.
Right?
That shit.
She said, "I'll take a salad and water." And I was like, "Damn, you cheat! I'll take that."
Yeah,
I said, "You fine?" And then I said, "Oh, so you don't eat meat either?" And I said, "Oh, you are cheap. You're my wife." That day, I never forget, we was at Longhorn. She probably be like, "No, we weren't." We was at Longhorn, Bowie Town Center, if they're still open. And I looked at her, I said, "You're going to be my wife." No, hand Bible.
This was the first date?
No, it was like the second, third, maybe.
Second? Nigga, you're crazy. What do you mean? You're going to marry her off the second date?
There was a discernment that came into me that I felt like God had. It's something that it just came. I looked at her face. It wasn't just the food, just wasn't toast, but it was something about her that just made me say, you know what? This is my wife. I think it was the thing of she was selfless. Okay. The conversation. She had goals. She had plans. Mm-hmm. She wanted to get married. She wanted to have a family. Like that type of conversation, that kind of thing, it built a certain type of confidence and security in me knowing that if I choose you, then it's going to be good.
Really?
I'm dead serious.
So you knew immediately.
Why'd you say really like that?
No, why'd
you say really? This nigga stopped for 5 minutes and said,
no, because that's crazy. Like I'm thinking back to when I met Brittany. Like, there's no way in the world I would have knew that back early. But I mean, the fact that you did speaks volumes. I mean, I just know what the place I was in. I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was, we was really different back then.
Oh,
In
yeah,
college. In college, oh my God.
See, but I knew when I seen that goodbye kiss.
Oh,
Man, this
Oh,
nigga-
but see, that's the difference. That's the difference between y'all. I was never that type of person.
What?
I didn't know how to get around. That wasn't me. I was a one woman person. So when I looked at Christina, I was like, "You're what I want. That's it. I don't want nothing else."
See, I'm a relationship type of dude too. Like I was like that as well. It's just I feel like when I was single, I was single. But when I was in a relationship, I was all about that person, and I'm a loyal person anyway.
mm-hmm.
But when I met Brittany, it was like I knew she didn't go there. Like she just looked different from every woman I saw on campus. I was like, you don't look like the rest of these girls. You look like a woman. These other girls, you don't look like that. And I was immediately intrigued then, but it was probably more so the conversation that we've had. We just had a genuine conversation. She was sharing things with me that, I didn't ask her to. And she was willing, she was opening up. And we just had like a 2-hour conversation at first, first couple weeks or couple days that we met. And I knew then that, I wanted to see more of her. I think we kind of like naturally kicked it off though. Like you was there for the whole thing. We naturally gravitated towards each other.
Yeah.
But what about you? What you seeing? Seeing your girl, man.
First of all, let me say that I love my wife.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Smart man.
Yeah, man. It was one night. She made the chicken Alfredo pasta.
Jesus.
And she'll tell y'all this. I literally told her I'm not going anywhere after I ate that thing. Like, I'm not going anywhere.
Wow.
So we've been together after that. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny because when I was on my way out here, because Malcolm Brick actually introduced me to her.
Mm-hmm.
I had every intention of her being my friends with benefits. Every intention. I had no intentions of wifing her. No intentions of like none of that. Because I was coming out here.
Hot boy summer.
Yeah, bro. I was trying to go on tour and get crazy. That's what I was trying to do. But after that, we started talking and got serious. And then I'm the type of person to where I'm always gonna find out what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's the issue? And I just couldn't find an issue. Now, granted, I found problems, but it's things that I know we could work through. I couldn't find anything because my thing was, because when we had harmony out of wedlock. So we wasn't married, wasn't engaged, nothing. And being Christian individuals, I know my parents came to me like, you need to go ask that girl to marry you, da da da. And I just wasn't going for it. I'm like, nah, I'm finna find what the problem is.
Right.
And I was literally analyzing everything. I was like, all right, cool. Am I gonna rock with your brother? I rock with him. Okay. Am I gonna rock with your sister? I rock with her. All right. I don't think I'm gonna like your mom that much though. Love her mom. So then I was like, all right, I need to meet your dad. I don't think I'm gonna like him. Loved him. So, and I just kept trying to find that one thing to tell me y'all not ready to get married yet. And I just couldn't find it. So at that point, I was like, it don't make no sense for me not to ask this girl to marry me.
Yeah.
So I asked her to marry me.
But what do you think we look for? What do you think we look for before marriage? Because I mean,
I think for me it was consistency.
okay.
I think it was consistency. I feel like when you get married, you really don't know what you like because things just changes all the time.
Marriage is so different.
Yeah, it's different, but I feel like at that time you're so young and you're still developing your mental, you're still developing your consistency. So to build that with somebody, it's like it feels better me building with you than to be ahead of you or you be ahead of me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do.
And I feel like that's probably what made me push more because it was like I have somebody that I can build with.
It's hard out here, man, to find somebody you can build with. And I think I'm grateful, because I can't imagine being out here at 30 years old trying to find a wife.
In 2022?
You'd be sick. Man.
These women are different.
Yeah.
They're
Six
different.
figures. Y'all got 6 figures?
See, let's talk about this, bro.
Oh, shoot.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about submission first.
Right.
Let's talk about submission, because I assume that part of you, getting or marrying your wife or looking to marry your wife is because she had some form of submission to you. Am I right? You tell me.
No, we had to grow to get there.
All right, so what did it look like for you? What did submission look like for you, though? She cut you Alfredo, did she not?
She did.
I mean, it was at one time, but
Nah,
Is that what you-
okay. I guess you're right, because I realized for one, she started to cook for me every night, and she realized that I like to eat.
yeah.
It was every night. That's why I stopped.
It's not coming through.
Yeah.
It's not coming through.
Oh,
You
it was-
live
But I
like,
was staying with Malcolm Brent, and it was like, all right, we're gonna stay at Monday house tonight.
Uh-oh.
she cooking,
She cooking, you know what I'm saying? Queen size bed. I was sleeping on the couch. I'm like, I'm going with my lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
She made the house a home type thing.
Yeah, man. Those were good times.
Uh-oh.
But was that a form of submission though for you?
Cooking?
In a sense, I guess. In a sense.
I think submission for me was when we were younger,
Mhm.
growing into who we are. There were certain things I would tell her. She'd be like, "Okay, all right, baby, I got you." I mean, that was changed. That was like, you better do you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's marriage, man. It's fun. But at that time,
Yeah.
submission for me, to see my parents and their dialogue and how they were, that was my experience. Right? You know what I'm saying? Growing up to see that and to see my mom, I kind of looked for that in her, which some of that is pros and cons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you take something from everything that you learn. So, my mom was like that. So I looked at her in that regards. But there would be certain things, and it wouldn't be no problem. She would just do it. She would do it even before I even asked.
See, that's what it is.
Ooh.
No, but I think that's what submission is, bro.
Yeah.
It's doing the things without having to be asked to, that caters to your man or caters to, or allows him to lead.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of women are falling into the problem of, or not even a problem, but they're falling into the trap of not allowing the man to lead.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings me to the alpha female. How do y'all feel about this alpha female? I feel like movement that's going on.
They can have it.
How does it what's what I'm saying? Like,
what's the definition of an alpha female?
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in alpha female. I don't believe it exists, because what it tells me is that you're trying to diminish the man's role.
Mm-hmm.
There can only be one alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only one alpha. If someone comes in here with a gun, who's gonna be the alpha? Mm-hmm. So you can't say that you're an alpha female. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think they say, or whatever the alpha female is, I think they're saying that in regards to the things that you don't do.
and what do you mean?
I don't know. Let's just say you're not consistent taking out the trash.
Okay.
So
So she takes out the trash.
I mean, she does it, but I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that makes
But-
it alpha.
But I'm doing the things that a man should do. Let's just say boyfriends walked out. Let's just say husbands walked out. I am doing things. I am building. I have put a seed in myself to do the things that you're not doing or that you haven't done. So I have to step into the place, and now I got to be this and I got to be that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in my mind, I would think that's what that would mean. And then from that, it goes into I'm just independent. I don't need you for anything.
Yeah, but that's what they run into. So my thing is, if you say that, or if that's your bravado, like, how do you attract a man that wants to, one, commit to you, eventually make you his wife? Why would he want to do that if he feels like she don't need me? She feels like she's an alpha. how do you how would you even would you wife a woman that said that?
No,
Like literally said it.
no, I wouldn't.
Well, and so what we need to explore is why though. Why wouldn't you marry a woman that says or feels as though she's an alpha female?
One, it's a little tense. That's a little intense to start off a conversation. Hey, big boy, I am I'm an alpha female.
So
I live 400. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, man. Let's you know what I'm saying? Let's calm down. But I feel like it's not hard to attract women. It's not hard to talk to them. I feel like when you talk to them, you'll start to see that they're just independent. Then it's if you don't like it, then you leave. But there are some who say, you know what? I like that in you, but I'm gonna shake all that shit up. I'm gonna shake that up because I am the one who has the ding-a-ling.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the one. You don't. And then some person go, you know what? Finally, I got a man who can strike this pussy like it's lightning. I don't know if I can say that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think what you said.
I can. Yes, somebody bake these croissants. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's somebody who's finally able to do this. I don't have to do this shit no more. You see what I'm saying? But you find it within the relationship. Once you find it within the relationship, now you're like, okay, this is what I like about you, this is what I don't like about you, and we're gonna fix this. Because I see the bigger person in you. You're only like this because of your experience.
Yeah, but I feel like you wouldn't wife an alpha female because she's not submissive.
But you can fix that. That's what I'm saying.
Can you? Can you really?
Yes.
It's just a mentality.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Why
think
can't you
fix
fix that?
It's a mentality.
Can you turn the hoe into a housewife?
Jesus. Can you? He's all right. I don't
Okay.
know.
Because it's like I just look at life like if you feel that you can change people or fix something, you already started wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like people gonna be who they gonna be.
Yeah, but you can't manage people, but you can manage solutions. And I feel like that is a solution-based thing. No, I can't change you, but I can change the solution. And if the solution is I'm willing, I might not be able, but if I'm willing to help fix the solution, then let's do it.
That's tough though. So you talking about an alpha female?
Quote unquote.
But see, I don't know.
I don't believe
y'all
there's such thing, but I guess you do believe there's such thing. Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
I'll say this: Christina is very independent.
No, see, here's the thing. Independent does not mean alpha. You see what I'm saying? Because
You don't think it's on the same
No.
category?
no, because you have to eat, you have to live. So if you wasn't in the picture, she would still be living her life. You see what I'm saying? Like she would still be able to provide for herself. That doesn't make her an alpha. You see what I'm saying? Like if you wasn't in the picture, she wouldn't be out here homeless. She would be working a job. She'd be making some money. She'd be able to take care of herself. That doesn't make her an alpha female.
So that's what I'm saying. So what is the definition of alpha female then?
This is what we gotta get into because I've heard women say, I can't be submissive to my man because he doesn't know how to lead. And my initial response was, well, when do you allow him to lead? Because what submissive suggests is trust.
Right.
So in order for somebody to submit to you, they gotta trust you. And it comes vice versa. So it's like, okay, when have you given him the ability to lead? And men aren't like we're born leaders, but you gotta be taught leadership. You know what I'm saying? Like what did he see growing up? What did he see from his father? How did he see his mom and dad? You know,
Right.
what was their dynamic? And if you can't be submissive because you love somebody or because you want to be with somebody, it's gonna be very hard for you to be submissive when it's time to be too. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't be submissive to this person because I obviously don't trust their leadership.
Right.
Well, you got to make a decision because if you want to be with a man, if you want to keep a man, if you want this man to commit to you, there has to be submission. And here's the thing: there's submission on both parts, though. Men and women submit; they submit differently, though. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, alpha female. We gotta define it. Because what the hell is it?
I don't think they even know.
It's a thing. It's a thing though.
I don't think they even know. If you ask an alpha female,
Alpha.
if you ask alpha,
What is that?
hey, alpha,
What
are you?
I don't even think they would want to be called that because
What?
that suggests
What are you?
masculinity. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they even want to be called that because it takes away from your femininity, and that doesn't attract men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And I don't believe that's their intention. But they gotta be careful with what they say because you could even be in a relationship, you could be in a marriage and be saying this to your man. You're literally, how I see it is, if you're married or with somebody and you suggest you suggest yourself as this type of person, this alpha person, you're already saying you're not enough for me. You're not masculine enough for me. And we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful how we choose our words because we don't know what the effects are when we say it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. You know? But let's get into this, yo. Marriage. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yes.
Marriage.
Let's go ahead and tap in.
I mean, did y'all have expectations before y'all got married?
Yo.
What was the expectation?
Cory about to let it rip.
Nah.
Be you. You know, do your thing.
Should we drink to this before we start this?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you know what I'm saying.
But these ghetto cups, it's all right. Pick the cups.
So here's where I almost messed up. I'm gonna say almost messed up because luckily I did marriage counseling. Thank y'all for recommending that. You know what I'm saying? But where I almost messed up was I swore that because me and my wife were living together, already had a baby, loved each other, premarital sex, all that stuff, that marriage was just a paper. Marriage was just a legal way of saying this is my person. When in reality, it's so much deeper than that, bro. Like, and had it not been for the marriage counseling, yeah.
What y'all get into in that joint?
A lot. I found out who my wife really was. So then I had a decision. Do I want to stay with this person? Do I want to marry this person? Or do I want to back out? Because that was a topic of discussion. Like, now that you know all of this, what's your next move?
Yeah.
Do y'all want to work through this? Because it was so much shit that hit the fan, bro. And I was shocked. Like, what the hell? What?
It's like, who is this person?
Yeah, like
Both sides? Or, you know?
yeah, like where did all this come from? Like, why didn't I know this? And blah 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 blah. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was to a point where we was like, if it gets to the point where we don't get married, let's promise to be friends. I don't even know if I've ever told you that.
No, you never told me that.
But it's got to that point where we was like, we are not gonna let this put us in a situation where we don't love each other as friends. Because one thing I appreciate about my relationship is my wife is my home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, regardless of what happens, because this shit got real quick. So regardless of what happens, we have to stay friends, especially for the sake of our daughter, because we had Harmony at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, marriage is it's not a walk in the park. It's a whole different, like, it's crazy because we talked about this one day where we was like going from talking to making an exclusive relationship. It's like a whole different vibe.
Yeah, 100%.
Going from exclusive relationship to engagement is a whole different vibe. Going from engagement to marriage is like night and day.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because most people they don't know that. They just think, you know what I'm saying, you just about to get a paper.
I think marriage isn't about love. I think before you get married, you think it is. You think it's about love. You think it's, man, I'm in love with this person. I want to be with this person forever. But the vows say for better or for worse. And we just look at the better.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't take into account for the worse. You don't take into account for sickness and in health. And when you dissect the vows, you start to think like, man, okay, marriage is a decision. It's not love. It has nothing to do with love. It's a decision every single day that I'm going to decide to be with this person through the good, the bad, the ugly, the healthy, the non-healthy.
It's a contract. I call it a contract.
It is a contract.
Yeah, a lot of people, not to cut you off, but people don't realize that marriage is a choice. Biblically, it never said that you had to get married. But if you do get married, that's a very serious thing. And I feel like with marriage, it's whatever seed that you have, planted and how you water it. And when the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, that's a promise, bro. And marrying the person that God has for you is such a big thing. You know what I'm saying? And when you find that wife, when you find that good thing, it has to work because that's something that he put together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a contract though. I don't think marriage is a contract. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know. Contract is.
So it might be somewhat like a contract because you can get out of it. You can get out of it. It'll take a while.
The reason I say contract is because it's a situation where you're making a choice, a binding choice at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's something that it's longevity in it, and you have to uphold to what you committed to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying contract as in you stuck in it, or because like Mom said, you can get out of a contract just like you can get out of marriage, called a divorce. Now, me personally, I don't believe in divorce, and that's why I'm trying to be very I'll try to be very careful about who I marry. But the reason why I say contract is because you're making a decision before God to commit to a person. Just like if you take a contract, you're committing to some type of position or some type of responsibility, and you're basically saying, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure that I uphold what I said I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with marriage. We take vows. It's you're not just saying this stuff. You're literally saying what you're supposed to uphold on your part. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say contract.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of finances, why do you think we do take so long to make that step though? To commit and actually put a ring on it. Outside of finances, why do you think we take that?
I mean, nobody's ever done marriage before. You don't know what that feels like. You don't know how that is. To go from, like he said, to go from single to fiance to, it's 3 different stages, bro.
Yeah, man.
Nobody's ever done it. I know with me, and to answer your first question, I never really had expectations because I just didn't know. It was just kind of like, just go with it, bro. Just go with it. I think I had more so expectations on myself as far as the marriage. I don't think I really had expectations on marriage. It's just, we were friends, and if we've been together for this long, then we can keep it going. But now it's like you said, it's kind of on you to kind of uphold your thing. But I never really had any crazy expectations. It's just, I know with me, it was so hard for me because it's just, I've never done it. Just like, what is this going to be like? And to stay committed to one person, knowing that they change every day.
I think men think about that the most.
Can you deal with that change every day?
And that's listen,
But
because that's the thing we don't know before we get married. Because they don't change every day before we get married. That's the thing.
But I think overall marriages, it's adjusting.
It is.
You have to learn how to adjust.
You gotta learn.
Because you're not gonna be the same every day.
That's true.
But to deal with 2 personalities, and you're still trying to work on yourself, you still gotta deal with that. We're never talking about kids, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, it's adjusting. So, are you willing to adjust to that one person every day? Are you willing to love every day? I think that was probably my only hold up. Like, am I willing to adjust every day when I have this life where I can do this, I can do that, I can do that? That was part of, if anything, that was part of my only thing.
But then the other thing is, like, how do I say this? I'm just gonna say it. Every day, like, it's not just about, can I love this person every day? Can I like this person?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because love is only gonna get you but so far. You talking about life, my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
till you die.
It's a long time.
That's a very long
It's a
time.
long
You know
time.
what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not even, can I love this person? Can I like this person? Can I deal with this person? Because me personally, I'm not always going to be on a, I love you so much, hug me, kiss me, da da da. Sometimes I just want to, I'm trying to watch the game, or I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z. Like, I've had nights where my wife sat up with me and watched me play 2K. And that was the proudest moment. Like,
Can we clap it up?
like, there has been nights when I was playing 2K and I was playing my player, and my wife was in the background like, don't let him get past you, da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be with you till the day I die. Like,
Because we looking for homies. We looking for like a homie.
But,
You know what I'm
but to piggyback, Jesus Christ. My tongue's so what the fuck is going on? Jesus Christ. To piggyback on what you were saying, I don't think it's about, not just about love, but like, but faithfulness.
that too, yeah.
Being faithful.
Yeah. You think it, to this point, not to control, do you think it's natural for men to be faithful to one person?
Natural?
You think it's natural?
No,
it's not
absolutely not.
No.
So then what is the point of a monogamous marriage then? If you don't think if you don't think men naturally should be, then what's the point of it?
I think with men, and I feel like this is what helps men decide if they are ready to get married, is when they're not. I think, if I'm being honest, I think it's natural for men to explore. I'm gonna say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to a point where you have no interest in exploring, that's when you feel that you found the right person. Because it is natural for us to explore. You know,
It
what I'm
is,
saying?
it is.
And not even on no nasty tip, like out being, but just like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just having 6 conversations with 6 different females in one night. It's just it's just natural. It's like, it's a thrill in it, you know what I'm saying? And it's also like,
Because we're hunters.
yeah,
By
you know what I'm
nature.
saying? But when you get to a point where it's like, why is this girl texting? Or, nah, I just want to go chill with my girl. Or, I'm not interested in all that.
I think that's what it was for me. I was like, yo, I don't want to hang with y'all. Yo, I want to hang with my girl. I want to be, I want to be with my girl.
Mm.
And I didn't choose my partner for sexual reasons, for anything like that. It was literally for personality, character, and how she conducted herself.
Yeah.
And I think women don't pay attention to this enough. And that's why, social media has its ups and its downs. It has its good and its bad.
Mm-hmm.
For women, I think they missed the ball on this. Like, we don't want somebody that's out there and available or seems available all the time.
All the time.
On IG or in the clubs or, social, whatever it is. We don't want you to look like you're available all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put that out there, you're literally rejecting a male coming into your life.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I was looking for who can raise my children.
That's fact.
Who can instill
That you
values?
trust.
Who can instill values in my children that I know I agree with, that I know that we agree with. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was those things that made me say, man, I'm not gonna find anything better than this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna find a better mind. I'm not gonna find a better soul than this individual.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I think I got to a point where I was ready to commit. Because you do think about it. You think about, man, I'm giving up all these women that don't want me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we think. We think
Right.
about this.
Right.
Like, oh my God, like this one person for the rest of my life. Okay, can I do this? And we contemplate for so long about that.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta look deeper than that. It's like, man, past the physical, because physical will fade. So will yours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At this point, it's not gonna be about beauty. Don't nobody want to be 60, 65 and have nobody to share life with.
With just beauty.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna fade. So we gotta get to a point where we're pushing the envelope in what we're thinking about, and not just flesh, not just physical.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it also comes to community.
But I think
who you're.
I think that's the difference too, because it's almost kind of like, I might be wrong, correct me, but it's almost like you have to be born with integrity. You have to be born with character. You have to be born with, commitment. You kind of have to, you have to be born with discipline enough to say, I'm not going to do that. And I feel like sometimes women, they're not built like that.
Yeah.
That's why when you find people like our wives, they're rare. Like you said, it was just like, Brittany was just different.
Yeah.
London was just different. Christina was just different. Because you're not like, y'all literally have integrity, you have character, you have this, you have commitment.
Yeah. You're an anomaly.
You're faithful, you're this, like, you're honest, like.
You love God.
You love God. You know what I'm saying? We pray together, we do this, like, you know how hard it is?
You ain't been over on IT. It's just so many things.
I mean, Jesus, my God.
Sir, because it's wild today. I'm telling you.
I can't be out here, bro. I couldn't be out. I asked some fellas at the gym, like, what's the dating scene like out here in Atlanta? Like, what are y'all going through? He said, bro, everybody wants a 6-figure nigga. That's what they call it. Everybody wants a 6-figure dude. They said they're thinking about our pockets before anything else. And I started thinking, like, man, how many people are women kind of axing off that could be good dudes because of what they value the most right now? And it seems like, I don't know, it could not be true, whatever it is, but it seems like they're valuing the dollar amount this man makes and not the potential of this man. What do y'all think?
I want to say I agree, but I can't, because I literally don't talk to nobody, so I don't know what's going on out there right now. But from what I hear, it definitely sounds like a woman values the monetary aspects of what a man brings versus his character. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's way more important that this man makes 6 figures and can take care of me versus this man has morals and will treat me the way I'm supposed to be treated. From what I'm hearing, I'm not saying that this is what it is, but from what I'm hearing, a woman would rather be taken care of financially and cheated on than have a man that's gonna treat her right but have to grow with her. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard this. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard this. Like, a woman would rather have a man that has money right now, but it's just.
My question is, what does 6 figures do for you? What does that do? What does it do? Because you can have 6 figures. The nigga can have 6 figures, and he has a lip dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, let's be honest.
But think about it, bro. How many women out here is willing to say, I'm cool with it as long as I can have money to go out with my girls, or I have money to go shopping? Like this. That's the type of world we kind of in right now.
My thing is that I don't. Do they understand that money runs out?
It does.
So what happens if he don't make the 6 figures no more?
They're on to the next. That's where we at. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm hearing where we at. Like, they're so concerned with. Let me not say that, because I don't want to make it seem
right. I don't want to generalize, but
right.
I do feel like I can sympathize with the men in the sense of that there's a pressure that you have to live up to something that it's going to take time. 6 figures takes time to get to. You know, like that takes people years. Sometimes people never even get to it. So, what are you saying to the guy that makes $50,000 a year? What is he to do?
That has a 6 figure plan.
Exactly. That has a plan that will love you, that will care for you, and all these things. But we gotta be careful what we ask for,
bruh. Like, I seen this one clip, and I'm that type of person that gets mad over watching the wrong video. But I seen this one clip, and old girl was out for her birthday dinner. I don't know if that's.
Oh yeah,
Old girl was out for her birthday dinner with her man, and they arguing because he didn't want to pay for all 18 of her friends. At an expensive
18
restaurant. Then called the nigga broke.
Bro, what, bro?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I'm not paying for all 18. I'm gonna pay for you. And she like, why would you not pay for my friends? Don't nobody want to be a broke nigga. And this is the shit I be talking about. Like, you so concerned with the monetary aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a lot of women out there that do shit like that.
But my thing is, you want a 6-figure man, but are you 6-figure worthy?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If I came to the table, you know, unmarried, all that stuff. If I was on a hunt and I had 6 figures, no, there'll be 18, 20 of them lined up. There's no way that I'm sticking with just you. I done made all this money by myself. You think you just gonna come up here and just take my goddamn money?
But that's
you think? Are you crazy?
That's what I'm saying though. And in
in
those situations, a female will be cool with that if you willing to give her a piece of what you're making. That's where we.
Why should I give you that?
Some niggas do it. That's what I'm saying. Like they just, you know what I'm saying, just to have you on my hip because you good eye candy. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give you this.
So my thing is, if you want the money, but you don't want the relationship, but you just want the 6-figure, why not just pay for the time? Niggas do that.
Oh, people do that all the time.
Just pay for it. You don't have to be my girl. You're not going to. You think you about to inherit everything that? You're crazy.
Yeah, no.
You don't deserve 6 figures. You don't deserve 6 figures.
But it seems like there's a divide. Like maybe it's because of social media or just keeping up with the Joneses, whatever it is.
I think that's what it is, bro. Because
I think
so many
competition.
people are they compare themselves to what they see, and they don't even know that this social media shit be fake.
It's fake, bro. It's
It
so
be fake as hell, yo. A lot of these people just posting this shit just so it can look a certain way, but now you got the whole world comparing themselves to you.
Yeah, bro. I think we gotta do better on both sides. Men and women, we gotta do better. I think we all gotta do better in communicating what we actually want and what we actually value. And for men, we gotta feel like, because we feel like our value is only attached to monetary. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be thinking past like, okay, what else do I bring to the table? And allowing that to be okay, because I think we just attach our value to what we have monetary, and that's not true. Maybe you're there emotionally, you know, maybe you're available regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's so much more valuable to some people. So I digressed on that though, but we gotta talk about this, man.
I mean, it's. I don't think this is going to. I feel like it's going to get worse. They're going to go from 6 to 7.
Bro,
They're going from 7
it's
to
gonna
8.
happen.
It's going to get worse, and
especially with the way the world is going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's a mental thing. But I want to know where did this come from? Like I said, it was IG that started it. But how did it get to the point of, you know what? I'm going to live my life saying that. Because I literally have a few friends that are like, I know God has somebody for me, and I'm gonna wait on my 6-figure man. And it's like, what the fuck?
bro,
What
that's my problem. How does it just result to I'm gonna wait on my 6-figure man? Why does it have to be a 6-figure man?
Because in their mind, everybody, you know, it's this thing of you speak what you want to come to you.
I got you.
But
You know what I'm saying? So it's
that's
like,
my problem.
I want 6 figures. I want a big titty girl. I want a big ass.
I think
The next thing you know,
I think we take this
we will
thing too
win.
far. Bro, like
We will win.
we will win.
I had victory. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Take further development stuff to hold that up.
But nah, it's not even just Instagram. It's even like the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
in certain movies, you got niggas that made, for instance, Marvel, fucking Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Females see niggas like that and be like, that's what I want. I want a nigga that got an iron suit, that got a lot of money to take care of me. I don't care what he do out in the world. I just want him to take care of me.
Now, on the flip side, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it wrong for them to have that, what's the word? To have that imagination of wanting that?
Desire to be taken care of?
I don't think it's wrong.
No. The desire to have the
Yeah.
6-figure.
I don't think that's wrong.
No, I mean, it's
think-
not wrong.
I
but
think it's how you go about it, though. I think it's how you present it to the outside, but to the public. Like, if you're saying, all I want is a 6-figure dude, instead of, hey, I want to build with the dude, and we can grow into that. Like that's a whole different
So
conversation.
you're saying the approach is wrong?
The approach is wrong because I don't think anybody wants to build anything anymore. Like there's something about building with somebody.
It takes too long.
It does. I mean, we're a popcorn generation. You know, we want everything so fast. But that is a part of the issue of why there is a divide between us, men and women, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody want to build with anybody, and things take time, especially things that you really, really want. It's going to take some time. It's going to take seasons. You may not be up this season. You may be up this season, nothing down the next. You just never know. And I think we don't take the time to learn our partners and actually build something of value.
I think it's wrong when that's your main or only concern.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're so quick to say, I want 6 figures from a man or whatever the case may be. And then when you get that, because at the end of the day, your words have power. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask for something and you really want it, eventually you're going to get it. It just depends on how serious you are about getting it. When you get that, but then you get a man that gives you what you asked for, but he treats you wrong. Now he's wrong. When in reality, you're getting what you asked for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you asked for 6 figures. I brought you $200,000. I make $200,000 a year. You my shorty. We gonna kick it. But I'm out here getting dirty. That's what I'm doing. But I'm giving. I brought to the table $200,000 because you put it in. You put it out there that you wanted a nigga with 6 figures.
I say this. I say, ladies, if y'all gonna do that, if you guys are going to manifest that, you have to manifest the other stuff. You have to say, God, I want a 6-figure man that has great integrity, that has great character.
Right.
A 6-figure man that can sustain the 6 figures.
Right.
And a 6-figure man that's willing to build with me.
Right.
I feel like if they approach it like that, they'll be like, girl, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that because now that makes common sense. You know what I'm saying? You're just not trying to, just trying to take money from me. Like there's actually something, and then like God will make me a 6-figure woman so that I'm able to handle the mentality of a person that already has 6 figures.
That's true.
Because the mentality of a 6-figure, I'm pretty sure, is a lot different than a person who makes 50, 40, 30,000. Like it's different. When you hit that $100,000, $200,000 mark, shit change.
Yeah, you're right. No.
That should change. I would think that would change. I ain't made 200 yet, but I would think that should change. You know what I'm saying?
Does it change, man?
Okay.
Everything, bro. Everything changes when you make more money. The dynamic between you two definitely does change. Your tastes change. A lot of things change.
What's the pros and cons to that though?
To the change.
Side note. They've been trying to play me about me wanting Applebee's.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I was sitting there because he said your taste changed. And I used to always
stop the shit.
Bro, they would ask me like, all right, it would be my birthday. You know what I'm saying? It's my fucking birthday. Hey, Cory, what you want to do for your birthday? Let's go kick it at Applebee's.
Bro, we did that.
And he would be the main person. Bro, your taste gotta change, bro. You tripping.
He's really bugging. Applebee's, bro.
It's that to me.
Bro, we did
What the hell about Applebee's do you like, Cory? Because I'm a little confused.
The 3 cheese chicken panini.
I'm like, bro, let's go to a steakhouse.
Good, let's
Endorse me.
Let's go to a steakhouse. Like, you gotta change your palate. Because that shit is 10 years old.
I just had to put that out there. They would make me feel so bad.
You should feel bad. Like, you should feel bad about wanting to go to dinner.
You know what though?
At 30.
You know what?
I'm not 30 yet.
Steve Harvey
You should be.
Steve Harvey does have a clip that talks about your appetite, right? He's like, some people wish that they sat first class. When you have the money, you should go and just buy first class seats, see how it feels. Once you do it, then you start to get accustomed to it. You're like, yo, I want to sit first. What can I do to sustain first class?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can see that, and I think that's something that I've been working on too. Is my appetite not necessarily for food, but just for certain things.
Yeah.
And just jumping in the water and trying something different. You know what I'm saying?
But that's like something.
me.
You like something. You know?
That's true.
I feel that, but I feel like if you went somewhere else, man, you would never go back.
That's not true, bro.
Nah,
That's not true.
Yo, see, and I would try to tell him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not knocking a better restaurant.
I haven't been back to Applebee's, so I'm a little.
That's like saying you wear Air Force all your life and you put on Alexander McQueen's. You don't want Air Force. No, you gonna want the Air Forces to get what you need.
No, here's the thing. It's Applebee's.
What does it mean?
Have you ever got a steak from Applebee's?
I'll never get a steak.
I don't eat steak like
you get this,
bro. But
you wouldn't even get a steak.
Listen to what
I'll
I'm
get
saying.
fries, wings.
Hold on,
chicken
time
tenders,
out.
boneless wings.
Time out.
Long Island.
I eat pasta. That's what I do. I eat pasta. I don't get steak like that.
You eat pasta and you're that small?
Chill.
Well, how does that work, nigga? I eat
I
pasta.
gotta fast. I gotta.
You seen his parents? His parents are
Oh, yeah.
big people. They're very small people.
Dude,
My whole family is little. We little. Like, I'm the biggest.
how are you that?
I don't know.
I mean, not to cut you off of that. I'm a little hurt by that.
I got fast metabolism. I got real fast
Jesus
metabolism.
Christ.
I don't know what it is. Cause I got a big appetite. A lot of people ask me, like, they'll go out to eat with me and they'll see, like, you know, I'm about to get busy at this table. And then it'd be like, how are you that small? It's like, I don't know.
Has inflation went up on Applebee's?
Stop it. I don't care. We can't. He's talking about inflation at Applebee's. Stop
I'm just saying, the wings was,
The pasta went up.
yeah, see?
About $1.70.
I got a question for you, Cory. I got a question for you, bro.
Alright.
No, seriously. Serious question, but we can joke about it. It's funny. It's not really good. What do you think have you seen different between, and matter of fact, y'all both answer this, y'all both have two different dynamics. What do you think you've seen different with a woman that has, you know, she's grown up without a father versus a woman that has grown up with a father in the household? What do you think have you seen different? I'm gonna stop you right there. We got a lot more to uncover.
So let's
unpack.
get started.
We just can't start.
We just get started.
It's a lot to talk about, a lot to get through. But